Hello, I have an Avon catalog here from October of 1957 that I wanted to share with you guys. I know some of you will find this interesting. I certainly do. Okay, on the cover we have Persian Wood, which I'm sure was a popular fragrance back in its day. I don't know when it was discontinued. I've heard of it. I just don't know what it smells like. I don't know if I've ever smelled it before. It says on the cover, "You'll love to see Beautiful New Gifts by Avon." And up next is a spread featuring Persian wood. And I love the packaging. I think it's very elegant and very beautiful. I love the red and gold together. And I love the photography. Okay, there's Persian wood again. And a few other fragrances. Seems like Avon produced quite a few in the 1950s. I was looking up the names and the dates. So there's quite a few here. Here it says Avon colognes and gifts of sheer pleasure. This bottle is shaped like a heart, and this is Have My Heart. This one is Nearness, Elegant, Bright Night. I think this one is For a Wild Rose, Forever Spring, and Cotillion. And one of these was produced in the 1940s. I can't remember which one. Most of them were produced in the 1950s. Cotillion, believe it or not, was produced in the 1930s, and I don't believe it was discontinued until sometime in the 1990s, so that's pretty impressive that it was around that long. Now, I don't know if I've ever smelled any of these. My mother's good friend sold Avon for years, and it's possible I may have smelled it. You know, some people don't use all of their fragrances up at one time. Some people might have fragrances sitting in their bathrooms for, years, maybe decades. So even though these fragrances are older than I am, it's possible I may have smelled them at some point in my life, especially during my childhood. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is Bright Night. This is a fragrance for formal occasions, definitely for nighttime wear. It's not a casual, everyday fragrance. Obviously, these are gift sets. And here we have Avon Cream, what does it say? Cream Sachet and Avon Powder Sachet. Up next, we have a spread featuring Elegant gift sets. I'm sure any woman in the 1950s would have been delighted to receive these as gifts. And here we have the same lineup, but in addition to that, they have these things called fragrance cologne sticks. And I've never seen these, and they don't sell them in stores. I'm not sure why they even made them. The only thing that I can guess is that, back then, women didn't want to carry, well, obviously no one does. You don't want to carry around a big bottle of fragrance in your purse. So, if you're out on a date or, wherever, and your fragrance starts to wear off after, a few hours, and you want to freshen up, some fragrances don't really last that long. Some do, some don't. Some may only last 2 or 3 hours. If you want to freshen up a little bit after your fragrance begins to fade, then you could carry this in your purse and do that. That's what I'm thinking this was for. And are these cases to carry around your fragrance cologne stick? Is that what they're advertising? I'm not sure. Sorry, the text is so small right now I can't see what it says. Okay, this is really pretty. I like these. I like the packaging. I don't really care for the bottle shapes that much, and I really don't like the plastic tops that much, but this is the 1950s, so, I do love the packaging, though. I think this is beautiful. It's very elegant, very pretty. As I've already said, I'm sure any woman would have been delighted to receive these as gifts. And here we have, I think it's Forever Spring. This is a little bit more casual, probably an everyday fragrance. And here we have one called Nearness. Now, when I first saw the label, this actually looks like, I'm sorry, I apologize for the background noise. It almost makes me think of those horror films from the 1950s, like, The Creature from the Sea or something. That's what I was first thinking when I saw this label on the bottle. I'm like, gosh, that doesn't look like something for, I don't know, it just didn't seem like a good design for perfume. But I actually read the reviews online of this. Some people are able to somehow acquire a bottle of this still. You can find these things on eBay and elsewhere on the internet, or you can get them from, older relatives. And they say that it was a nice fragrance back in its day. So, I'm sure it was. I'm curious to know what it smells like. So this is an aquatic theme. There's a shell here. I'm curious to know what all of them smell like, to be honest. Okay, let's move on. And here we have another pretty gift set and, I don't know, powder. I'm not sure what some of these things are. Okay, more dusting powder. I've noticed that women don't really, especially younger women, don't use dusting powder. I don't. They don't make it much these days. I know that you can buy, I think it's White Diamonds dusting powder. They make, Elizabeth Taylor's fragrance, White Diamonds. I think you can buy that dusting powder for that fragrance. And Youth Dew. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Youth Dew too. I believe they make Youth Dew dusting powder is what I'm trying to say. But other than that, I don't see it too often. Okay, this is bath oils and bar soap. And thrifty gifts. So I guess these things are more bath oils, cream lotions, body powders, and more bath soaps, more gift ideas. Some things just don't change. I know this has been over half a century ago, but you can still buy similar things on today. Gift sets with bar soap and bath oils. And here we have hand cream. You have nail polish, nail files. Oh, I love this. This is cologne for little girls. I just absolutely love this. I know that little girls are curious about perfume and makeup and nail polish. I was, and they often get into their mother's things. So I think this is a great idea to produce some for little girls so that they don't feel left out and they won't get into mom stuff. They have their own thing, their own cologne and dusting powder and hand cream that they can use. Oh, this is just wonderful. Hand cream here. I guess that's probably like lip balm. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the cologne stick that we saw a minute ago. And the name of this is, what is it? Daisies Don't Tell, I think. What is it? Daisies Won't Tell, excuse me. Cute. Okay, and here we have some stuff for toddlers, I guess, really young kids. And, unfortunately, boys and men, but especially little boys, are kind of left out. There's really not much for them. So this is obviously for both boys and girls. And of course, men's stuff was always, relegated to the back of the catalog, just because men weren't as interested in this kind of thing, and they still aren't. Women would shop for themselves first, I'm sure, and then get something for their husbands as well. So they have cologne, aftershave, shaving cream. This says it's for boys, but this is obviously for older boys. Hair guard, I'm not sure what that is for. And hand guard, I'm not sure too many boys use that, but I don't know. I guess that's cream. Maybe that's a soap shaped like a football. I don't know. Okay, let's move on. And here are some more colognes for guys. Now, I tried looking up some of these colognes and I could not find them. I could find the women's colognes, but the vintage ones that are discontinued, but not the men's so much. I'm trying to remember the names. I think one is called Cufflinks and another one is called New Day. This one is called Man's World, Royal Order, and I think this one is called Overnighter. And that is the end of this catalog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do plan to make more of these.